Okay, so if you remember my last video, there was a swarm and it went from right around the top of that post down to about three of those deals coming up from the bottom right there, right about in the center there of the picture. Okay, and they were all over in the grass right there, the weeds right there. I mean, just a lot of them. And this was on Friday. Well, I brought out a box and I laid down some frames and tried to get them to go in it and all that stuff, and got most of them in it. Well, I would say probably 2/3 of them went in it. That left about 1/3 of them on the post here and down in the grass. And then it rained yesterday. Started yesterday afternoon and rained until, I don't know, probably about 12 o'clock this morning. And this is Sunday, so about 12 o'clock, maybe 1. And it was a hard, cold rain. It wasn't light. So I came back out just a little while ago, about 4 o'clock. Hi, B. And these girls are real gentle. I'm not wearing any protective gear at all right now. They land on me and they see what I'm about and then they buzz off. But yeah, some of them still go over there and sniff it. But I kept laying down frame after frame, trying to shake them in there. As soon as they jump up and fly, they're right back over there. And they just would not stay in here. You know, about 2/3 of them would stay in and the rest of them over here. So what I ended up doing is getting the smoker, and I smoked the heck out of all that. And I had this on the ground right there next to it, and I smoked the heck out of it until I got all the bees out of the grass and off of the post. And I mean, you would have thought that grass was on fire. I had so much smoke blowing out of it. Well, after a little bit, they all jumped over into the hive, and that's where they're buzzing at now. And they've been going out getting nectar. As you can see, we have citrus trees all around us, and it's blooming right now. So they've been buzzing in and out and going and getting nectar and coming back. And so what I'm going to do tonight is I'll probably flip that lid up. I love these bottom boards here from, oh crud, now I can't remember who it is. Go on, B. Anyway, well, it says right there, Apimaye bottom boards. And they're really, really cool. You can flip that lid up and lock it in, and then the bees have ventilation, but they can't get out. And, well, unless you put a screw right in the center, which I haven't done, but they can still squeeze out right there. You can see them going in and out right there. But if you close that off, they can't get in and out. And then you flip that up. But anyway, I'll end up moving them from here over to there, which isn't very far. And you'll hear a lot of people, oh, well, I moved my swarm and they all just left. Well, there's a way of getting around that. I've had swarms down there on the other side of the old garage, and I've moved them up here. And the trick that I do is what I'd seen someone else do or heard someone else talk about on YouTube. I'll just grab a handful of grass there, shove in front of the deal, and they have to either move it out of the way or fly over it or crawl over it and crawl through it. And what that does is it resets them. So then they know where to go. So anyway, I just put 10 frames of, they're all drawn out. So all they got to do is clean them up because all my bees died. I had 4 hives. Every one of them died all at the same time. They didn't starve. There was still, even though they'd been getting robbed and stuff after they died, there's still honey in there. There's still pollen. The pollen turned real hard. I mean, they didn't die from starvation. They died from, I'm going to speculate that it was a pesticide. And yes, because we do live around all the citrus, I'm guessing one of the citrus growers sprayed a pesticide. But as you can see, I'm right here by them, and they're pretty gentle. I've had several of them land on me. I got stung by one on the pinky whenever I was trying to get them from there into the deal because I accidentally squished her. And the worst thing, the people that bring their bees down here from Sacramento, that you can see right back there, well, the uncle, he says they're Buckfast queens, so he wanted me to try out a nuke of those. So I took same hive body as this with the Apimaye bottom board. Went back there, and I'm just dropping the bottom board so the bees can go in and out, and a bee jumps up and stings me. There were no bees in it at that time. He hadn't put them in yet. But it was from the other hives that are in the back. They get pretty aggressive with that many bees around. But you take the same bees, which is what these are, when I move them over there and they get really well established and they're all good, they're just as friendly as they are right here. They're not quite as flighty as they are right now, but they're perfectly fine. They're not aggressive. And those bees back there, you get next to their hives, they're pretty aggressive. But you get away from their hives, they're not aggressive at all. They come up into the yard here looking for wildflowers or weeds, you know. They might be looking for a little water here or there. They don't sit there and pester you. They don't torment you. They don't bump into you unless it's by accident. They're not aggressive. They don't sting you. So they're good bees. It's just when you get next to their hives, they will tag you. And I got it right in the eyelid. So I look like the Elephant Man this morning. So anyway, but yeah, that's that hive that I had from yesterday. As you can see, they're doing pretty good going in and out there. And you can see some dead bees on the deal there and some little bit of this, a little bit of that on it. They're cleaning it good and just getting it all set up for them to have a home. And you can see a few still come over here and land, but then they take off and come back over or go out and do what they got to do. So just thought I would show you what they had looked like from Friday night. So there's the post they were on, and they went all the way down to about the third rung right there. And then there was a whole mess of them in the grass, and I didn't even see them at night. But what told me there was a hive there was the chickens, because that's their coop right there. And as they were coming through, they didn't want to come through. They saw that big mass of moving whatever, and they did not want to go by it. And the black one over there, she's been by my flow hive that I have over there, so she knows bees aren't going to bother her as long as she's not over there trying to eat them. So, but anyway, just thought I'd give you an update on the swarm that I just caught on Friday. And the uncle said he had 2 or 3 swarms out there that he caught. Those are his nukes that you can see kind of shining. They're just strung out along there. And then these others are his brothers, the main honey hives. Those are his brothers. And the uncle said that his brothers were going to be swarming because they're just packed full. His brother always has good bees that are just packed. So, anyways, but they said they lost a bunch of bees too. Tim, the guy that comes down here with them and brings his bees, which is the son to the father and also the uncle, it's his uncle. The uncle told me he lost 30 hives or something like that. He lost a lot of hives. And the uncle lost a lot of hives. The dad, he lost a few, but not as many. So it was something out there this last, and it all happened in the winter. And they weren't the bees didn't starve. So it's something else going on. More than likely, someone is spraying, and that's what's killing the bees. So anyway, just thought I'd let you know. Talk to you guys later.